So yesterday was an interesting day. All the media is waiting to see what would happen in the DC courtroom, and then a filing came out with the superseding indictment in Florida. So things are really getting going with Jack Smith's team. There's some speculation that it will come right away, maybe by Tuesday. There's other speculation that there's reporting of the witnesses that he's interviewed, so it might not come through yet. There's further speculation by Twitter that maybe they have to go do a early morning spread out FBI agents, this is for entertainment purposes only, spread out FBI agents across the country and go arrest the conspirators. That would be like an early morning Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday Wednesday before they arrest Trump. It's also expected that they're not going to let Trump get the lead on this in terms of what he did on social media and announcing it and making his claims. They'll probably take control of the narrative from the start. So here we go. I've got Trump, which would represent, the worry doll would represent, let me just click my camera. So this again is Trump, that represents what's happening with him and his lawyers, and this represents Jack Smith, that what's happening with him and his team. All right. Indictment for January 6th for former President Donald J. Trump. What's going on? Okay, so the first thing I noticed, very quickly, is the 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. With the shell here in this and a key that unlocks what's visible. And the pathway 1, 2, 3, 4 leading directly to the Trump worry doll. This is interesting because he's charging, this is a charge for conspiracy. And when I did the first oh, it's the dog again. Sorry. When I did the first video that I posted with Merrick Garland, it showed the second reading, Cowrie show reading, showed a series of rings that are overlapping. In those rings, I didn't think it represented what they usually represent. It represents more overlapping conspiracies. I think the people that got, or groups that got behind Trump, there's some different agendas, some share common interests, but there's a variety. Often the spirit ring has represented the Christian nationalist groups, and the braided ring has been more the business. Anyway, there's an unlocking and a opening of opinion of what unlocks what we're going to see. So I do think he's going to address the conspiracies as it relates to different groups. And he's aligned that all up, at least 3 of the 4 groups to start with, and maybe get to a 5th possible group. There's a 5th possible group here. But it doesn't really show that these are tied together and that one's empty. But this is, and then you have the heart here, which would show common. Then you've got another ring over here which has the U.S. that's almost not tied to these but connected in a way. That's interesting. Right here is the two snake bones, and they're right next to each other, which I believe is fate. And it's right in the checkpoint for fire. And fire and fire, when the firestone is in fire, we get the checkpoint for fire. It's a way of the ancestors saying everything is going to be okay. And in this time of transformation, and I think we're starting to understand and change our ideas about government, or an understanding about government and law, and relook at what we want our future to be as a country. And that this, that's why I find this so fascinating, is that this is a time to relook at our institutions and relook at our government and relook at how it serves us as a country. I think this could be Congress, actually. Okay, I'm not sure, but whatever it is, and this often represents the MAGA. I see also that there's an when I did the cards, and I would refer to Judge Ludick, who testified at the January 6th committee hearings, a publicly nominated conservative justice that's well respected. He said, and I think this is true, there is still an ongoing coup attempt. It's as if January 6th didn't really stop. And the passion fire, the information, not sure why the Buddha, it would be another version of they have what he has, what it's a knowledge, but it's not going to go like this version of the way that they view the world in this ongoing coup is not going to go. It's almost like the Buddha is laughing and comfortable and relaxed. This is not going to happen. Yet on the other hand, being here, it's saying we're also going to be okay. But I believe the ongoing coup is going. This is the groups that he's right in the middle of. This is also the platform of power here, which could be related to government and those that are still in the government as part of the coup. This is quite interesting. Here's the camera, here's the genie ring, and then there's a little ashe. They have, and then a crystal, snapshots, videos, recordings. The money backing this, the coordination of lawyers, the puzzle pieces here with the checkpoint for mineral, and this is another assurance it's going to be okay. I think that they put together the pieces He understands how the different groups associate. He has a story to tell. Maybe this group here hasn't fully been identified or researched the way that he had it. The heart's here, the time is here, U.S. playing. I don't know if that means that there's a concern that some of these conspiracists or in these groups that they would want to leave the United States if they knew they were going to be indicted. The mermaid is here. It shows the Trump worry doll on top of the head. There's the peace sign here. For some reason, he thinks he's going to be okay. Like he can call on help or he can get through this. That he's got an ace in the hole or a way of okay, so when you do the multiple party ones, they're always a little more complicated. There's a lot going on in water, some up, some down. There's a nature stone here, which is building life force energy. There's a decision, there's the ruler, there's the orc stone, what to keep secret and what not. Here's the sunshine. This is probably recordings and things. If this was closer, the orc stone was closer to Earth, I would say it's right away. I can't tell if he needs more time to tie up a few things. But I would say, to me, this looks like Jack Smith, and it's like smiling, like the Buddha smiling, and at ease. I got this. Yeah, they're still making a decision. Here's the decision. Here's this. They are concerned with people that might leave. Once they start to disclose this. Because once the type of indictments that they've come through with are speaking indictments where they tell a story in a very detailed way. And they can be superseded and added onto, but it's very effective to tell the story clearly. So he might not want to tell all of the story unless he's ready to disclose, because you could have people that would leave the United States. I don't understand why Trump is relying on this mermaid. And you have the turtle here with the wolf. It may be, I don't know if he'll bring this in pieces, so we won't see all of it, or he'll wait to bring all of it. But I'll have to do, I would say he definitely has what he needs, and this is going to change people's mind, change worldview. It's going to be transformative. Anyway, I will look at this some more. We'll do the next one. Thank you.